Remember when you were 5 years old and you learned how to tie your shoelaces and you thought, well, I'm done. Well, what if I told you you weren't done? What if I told you that there was a better way to tie your shoe? That's right. In this video, I'm going to show you 2 tricks to make sure your laces are tied and stay tied for the duration of your hike. My name is Grimace. You're watching Hike California. This channel is all about hiking and backpacking in the great state of California. However you found me today, you are welcome here. When you were young, you probably learned some variation of this knot. Does that look familiar? It's a good knot. You can tie it quickly. It's repeatable. It's simple. You've probably traveled hundreds, if not thousands of miles with this very knot. There are a few problems with this knot. Number one is you'll probably notice on your trail runners, your laces are probably too long. So they're hanging down. They can cause problems. Why are they so long? We'll get into that in a second. The second thing that happens is with this knot, there's not a lot of stability. Your heel really is not locked into place. So as you're walking, especially on a downhill, your foot is going to slide forward. Your toes are likely going to hit the front of the shoe. You may get blackened toenails. You may even lose your toenails. And then the other thing that happens is as you're walking across vegetation, across rocks, this is going to take a lot of stress over the course of a normal hiking adventure. We're not just walking on sidewalks here. We're walking on rough terrain. We're taking a beating in the knot. And as you can see, it's starting to loosen. It's getting actually really loose. I don't know if you can see that. But the more we do, the longer we walk, and this is just a couple of seconds I've done this, but this knot is just getting looser and looser and looser. And you're probably going to have to untie it, but at the very least, it's already moving around and it's just not providing much stability. So I'm going to teach you 2 tricks. The first is called a heel lock. You'll notice on most of your trail runners, you have this extra eyelet here. And we're going to utilize that. Now, this is why your laces are so long on trail runners. We're just going to bring this lace back through this eyelet and create a little bit of a loop here. We're going to do that on both sides. All right? So this is, again, called a heel lock or a lace lock. Now, take the opposite side lace, run it from inside to outside through this loop. Don't get caught on the tongue. Inside to outside on both ways. And then I want you to watch this part of the shoe as I pull this tight. You see that added tension? That's going to lock your heel into place and it's going to keep it from sliding forward. That's going to, again, keep your toes from hitting the front of the toe box. It's going to keep it's going to keep, anytime we limit stability, we're limiting blisters, we're limiting friction. So that's going to really help us out in a lot of ways. Very simple, very easy to do, very repeatable. Now, the next thing we're going to learn is the actual knot. This is a double slip knot. It's very similar to the knot we already tie with one small difference. So we're still going to make this regular crossover, pull through the loop, tighten it down. None of that has changed. This is where things change. We're going to make these 2 loops. So these are, bunny ears, if you will. We're going to cross them over. Whichever one is in front, we're going to bring around the back and pull it through the loop. And same with whichever one was in the back, we're going to pull that way. And then we're just going to tighten. So this lace is now really secure. If you can see, it's got the 2 pieces going down in the front, and whatever we do to this thing is not coming loose. We can abrade this. We can mess with this all day long. We can mess with this for hours, and this knot is not coming out. But if we want to pull it out, it's just as simple as pulling out a regular shoelace knot. So very simple double slip knot. I'll show it to you again in real time. Cross it over, pull it down. Loop, loop, cross the loops. Front goes behind, back goes in front. We pull it tight, and there we go. When we combine the heel lock with the double slip knot, we get an incredibly potent combination. It's going to hold our foot in place. It's going to prevent a lot of toenail damage. It's going to prevent blisters, and it's going to stay tight and locked in through a lot of abuse through an entire day of hiking. So this is how I normally hike and I suspect you should hike like this too. So what do you think? Leave a comment below. Let me know if this is going to change the way you tie your shoes. These two things together, the heel lock and the double slip knot combined, are going to give you a very secure fit that isn't going to come loose through the day. You're not going to get that boot bang on the front of your shoe, and it's going to just lead to better overall foot health. If you got value out of this video, click thumbs up, and either way, hey, let's do this again sometime.